Today we are talking about travel tips that you need to know if you are a senior or if you're re-traveling with seniors in your life. Hi there, welcome to eTips for Seniors, where we make it easier for you to navigate the twists and turns of technology so that you can live a more secure, productive, and enjoyable life. If you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe so that you don't miss any of our valuable tips and resources. And while you're at it, click the bell icon to be notified each time we post new videos. Most people love to travel, but when you get older, you may start to think that maybe it's not worth the hassle of getting on an airplane or figuring out how to get around a new place. Maybe you think you'll just wait until things get a little easier. Don't do that. We have some tips to help you keep traveling safely into your golden years. One of the most important things to consider when traveling is your safety. That is true no matter what your age, but especially as you get older and possibly more vulnerable. You still want to be able to see the world and experience all that it has to offer. There are some basic safety precautions you can take to ensure that your trip goes smoothly without any major mishaps. First off, let's talk about planning ahead. One of the biggest mistakes that you can make is not planning ahead. It is essential to research your destination and make sure you are aware of any potential risks. Check travel advisories and warnings from your government and also from local authorities at your destination. Find out about any areas you should avoid and be aware of common scams and thefts that may target tourists like yourself. This can be a really good time to get out the good old guidebooks and do some research online. Ask other travelers for their experiences or insights as well if you're going overseas. Be sure to check out the website travel.state.gov for up-to-date information from the U.S. government on how to stay safe abroad. Another tip is to share your itinerary with someone back home. Let them know where you will be staying and what you plan to do so that someone is always aware of your whereabouts. It's also a good idea to make copies of important documents such as your passport and driver's license and leave them with someone you trust. This way, if something happens to your documents while you are away, at least someone else has a copy. Once you arrive at your destination, pay attention to your surroundings at all times. Be aware of who is around you and what is going on in the area. This is especially important in crowded places like train stations, airports, and popular tourist spots. Don't be afraid to ask a trusted person like a police officer for help if you feel uncomfortable or unsafe. Remember, it's better to be safe than sorry, so don't hesitate to take precautions when traveling. With a little bit of planning and awareness, you can have a safe and enjoyable trip. Getting lost in translation can sometimes be part of the fun when you're traveling, but it's not always easy to figure out how to say basic phrases in another language. If you are visiting a foreign country, it's always helpful to learn a few key phrases in the local language, such as hello, thank you, and excuse me. This will not only help you communicate with locals, but it will also show them that you respect their culture. You could even download a translation app on your phone so that you can quickly translate phrases or even take a picture of a menu to see what it says. That would be great for when you're at a restaurant trying to figure out what to order. Just be sure to have a plan in place for when your phone isn't available or you do not have Wi-Fi access. If you're going to be out of the country, you should also look into getting an international data plan with your phone provider so that you can use your phone and stay connected. You might want to look into purchasing travel insurance as well. Travel insurance can help cover unexpected events such as flight cancellations, lost luggage, and medical emergencies. It's a good idea to get a policy that covers you for the activities you plan to do. And if you're unsure what type of coverage to get, it's best to speak with an insurance broker to find out your options. Make sure you read through the policy carefully and understand the terms and conditions before purchasing it. Now, let's talk about packing smart. When you're getting older, it's important to remember that your body may not be able to carry the same weight as it used to, so it's crucial to pack light. You want to be able to move around easily without feeling weighed down. Choose clothing that is comfortable and appropriate for the weather and activities you will be doing. Roll your clothes instead of folding them to save space in your bag, and consider using packing cubes to keep your belongings organized. And don't forget to pack any necessary medications and toiletries in your carry-on bag in case your checked luggage gets lost. One last thing to remember when packing is to bring along any helpful devices or gadgets that can make your trip easier. For example, a portable charger can keep your phone and other devices powered up. A universal travel adapter can also come in handy when traveling internationally. Depending on your needs, you may want to consider bringing along things like a neck pillow, earplugs, or even a white noise machine. If you tend to get a bit anxious, don't forget to pack your favorite book or download some podcasts and audiobooks onto your device. so that you can keep yourself entertained during downtime? Transportation is a big consideration when traveling. As you get older, you may not be able to drive as far or as long as you used to, and you may not feel as comfortable getting behind the wheel in unfamiliar places. It's important to consider all of your options and choose the transportation method that works best for you. If you are driving, be sure to take breaks often to stretch your legs and rest your eyes. And if you are flying, look for flights that have direct routes and shorter layovers to minimize the amount of time you spend traveling. Once you reach your destination, consider using public transportation such as buses or trains to get around. Not only is this a great way to see the city, but it is often more affordable than driving and parking. You could also hire a local guide or driver for day trips. This can be a great way to explore new places without having to worry about getting lost or dealing with traffic. And if you need to rent a car, be sure to choose a reputable company and reserve your vehicle in advance, especially if you are traveling during peak season. There are some special considerations for air travel. Airplanes can be cold, so be sure to dress accordingly and pack a sweater or a scarf if needed. Also, the pressure in the cabin can affect your ears, so try to chew gum or swallow during takeoff and landing to help relieve any discomfort. And if you have mobility issues, be sure to request a wheelchair or other assistance from the airline in advance, so that they can meet you upon arrival and help you with your luggage and getting to your gate. Flying can be stressful, even for the most experienced travelers. So be patient with yourself and others and take deep breaths if you feel overwhelmed. And finally, we have food and drink. Eating well is an important part of any trip, but it can be challenging to find healthy and delicious food when you're away from home. When planning meals on your trip, be sure to factor in any dietary restrictions or allergies you may have. Research restaurants in advance and make reservations if needed. And if you are staying in a hotel or Airbnb, look for places that have kitchens or fridges so that you can prepare some of your own meals. Staying hydrated is also important, especially when you are traveling. Bring a reusable water bottle with you and fill it up throughout the day. If you are flying, be sure to drink plenty of water before and after your flight to prevent dehydration. Traveling as a senior doesn't have to be a daunting task. By following these tips, you can make your trip safer, smoother, and more enjoyable. Remember to plan ahead, stay aware of your surroundings, pack smart, choose your transportation wisely, and eat well. Don't let age stop you from exploring the world. With a little bit of preparation, you can have a fantastic time no matter where you go. Thanks for watching today. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon to receive every notification. If you have any questions, leave us a comment below. We look forward to seeing you in our next video.